It's Friday, so you know what that means. Let's welcome tonight's guest. She's the most adorable, deplorable host of Outkick the Morning, Charlie Arnold. He looks like a wrestling coach who sleeps in his car. Comedian Adam Hunter. She's not religious, but she has the arms of a praying mantis. New York Times bestselling author, Fox News Get Driven or Captive. And the air freshener in his car is an actual pine tree. New York Times bestselling author, comedian, and former NWA World Champion, Tyrus. All right. Before we get to some news stories, let's do this. Yeah.
Greg's
Here we
Leftovers.
Go. It's Leftovers, where I read the jokes we didn't use this week, and as always, it's my first time reading them, so if they suck, we'll nominate Joe Mackey for Secretary of Getting Punched in the Face. Eva Longoria has announced she's leaving the United States. Yeah. Yeah, she's moving from California to Mexico. Her reason? Fewer Mexicans. We love our Mexicans. Now, some liberal women plan on protesting Trump's victory by abstaining from sex with men. And this is supposed to be a punishment. What are you going to do next? Deposit $500,000 into my bank account? Even more, some of these women also plan on shaving their heads. Hey, I've dated liberal women, and their heads are the last thing that needs shaving. I mean, those armpits, am I right? That saves me. Meanwhile, some women are moving abroad for a better quality of life. Yeah, better quality of life for us. I had to move abroad once. That time, Dana fell asleep in my gym bag. The CDC reported that America's STD epidemic is slowing. They claim the declining rate has to do with one man ditching the dating apps. A new poll shows strong support for Kamala Harris running for governor of California. Great news for Doug Emhoff. They put people who bang nannies in the governor's mansion before. A Secret Service agent was fired for taking his lover to the Obama's Hawaii home and suggesting sex in Michelle's bathroom. Wait, Michelle has her own bathroom? Well, at least now she has someone to blame for leaving the seat up. I don't get it. Don't get that joke. ABC is rumored to be looking to add a conservative host to The View. Liz Cheney is obviously the front runner because she's both stupid and fat. That's why they're called leftovers. Trump is expected to officially announce Doug Burgum to his cabinet, upsetting the health-conscious RFK, who wonders why Trump would hire Count Chocula. Charlemagne the God expressed shock upon finding out that Trump won a third of minorities. Well, some god. Shouldn't he have seen that coming? Meanwhile, no minorities were shocked that Charlemagne's real name is Leonard. I'd change it too. Last night, Sylvester Stallone compared Donald Trump to George Washington. All right. Especially after this recently discovered image of Martha Washington. She was hot. According to a new survey, nearly 1 in 5 people say they absolutely refuse to poop at work, while others claim to poop all over work. Poop jokes never fail. Denzel Washington says he had a gay kiss in Gladiator 2, but it was cut from the film because filmmakers chickened out. Guys, it's a movie about gladiators. It's already gay. At the weigh-in for the big fight last night, Mike Tyson actually slapped Jake Paul in the face. I haven't seen a slap that hard since the time Kudlow claimed there was a mosquito on my ass. Larry. Hundreds of Red Lobster and TGI Fridays locations are closing after filing for bankruptcy, although some say they may merge into one restaurant called Thank Goodness It's Crabs. Whoever says that. Shocking new video show the moment a Royal Caribbean cruise ship got stuck in a 45-degree angle. The captain was able to right the ship, however, by asking one of the passengers to stand on the other side. Finally, grilled guinea pigs are in New York City restaurants as a new shocking specialty, although they've already sold out thanks to one man. All right. You got to end with the Christie. All right, so the losers are leaving the field. Don Lemon, Joy Reid, Stephen King, Jamie Lee Curtis, all fleeing X, formerly known as Twitter. And yes, even a bridge is also leaving X. The Clifton Suspension Bridge in Bristol, England had an account, but no more. The bridge's social media team is blaming it on the quote, rise of inappropriate content. But the bridge wants you to know it's on Instagram, where it can still post tasteful pictures of its feet. So why is this happening? It's the social media equivalent of taking your ball and going home. Except the ball are stupid opinions no one wants. Yeah, they're taking their ball and going home after realizing no one wanted them on their team. Clearly, they got the message, and it was, you suck. These failures are fleeing because it revealed to them a truth their fragile egos couldn't handle. Their presence meant nothing. Worse, their pro-Kamala opinions became one reason for voting for Trump. The more they scolded us, the more we wanted to spite them. So if sunlight is the best disinfectant, the entire irrational class of elites on X just got scrubbed and bleached like P. Diddy's hot tub after a visit from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. But X did something the legacy media couldn't do. It allowed the world to compare dueling ideas and opinions in a competitive arena, meaning there was no thumb on the scale, or any body part. Previously, legacy media would amplify the hard left while burying its counterpoint. And prior to Elon, Twitter did the same thing. The likes of Stephen King and Joy Reid preferred it that way. They created their own little world, and Twitter kept it safe for them. Their idiocy was protected, and worse, was viewed as more popular than it really was. But it was a mirage meant to trick us. The way you were supposed to believe that trans models in Sports Illustrated is what America truly wanted. Once Musk bought Twitter, the flimsy, unchallenged views of the elites became absurdly comical when compared to the opinions of real people grounded in reality. In other words, Twitter's new emperor showed that they had no clothes. Suddenly, these pampered pontificators were faced with the thing they hated most, competition. And competition, wherever it rears its powerful head, always outs the losers, the imposters, the gaslighters. We instantly saw what's real and what isn't. The grift fell apart. And so, like I always say when I run out of chloroform, people are waking up. Even AOC changed her bio on X, deleting her pronouns and changing representative to congresswoman. How soon before she's holding an apple pie, singing God Bless America as she loads 2.5 kids into a minivan? But for some of these idiots, you can't undo the damage. It ruined Stephen King for good because he thrived on the mystique of a prolific, unassuming writer. But Twitter removed his cloak, his mystique then vanished, and you find the real dead zone is the space between his ears. The dope keeps writing it if you put a shh in front of it. Yeah. So as these sad losers leave the most vital playing field in the world of speech, we can only wish them luck. as the cleansing effects of a vast and free highway of information turn them into roadkill. All right. Charlie, we've seen this before. How soon before they return to X? Oh, I'm leaving for good. And then they come back.
Well, I know there's so many celebrities who also said they were leaving the country if Trump was elected. They're still here.
Yeah, except for Eva. Eva left.
To go to what is a sprawling mansion in Mexico. And she also has one in Spain. So we don't really feel bad for her. In fact, she said that she had stopped really seeing the U.S. and L.A., that's her hometown, as her place of inhabitants during COVID because of all the homelessness and the taxes, which was because of her own party.
Right.
But back to how soon will they be back? Well, probably pretty soon, because we know there's some firings incoming at some of the mainstream media outlets, MSNBC, CNN, for example. So X likely will be their only platform. So where will they go if they don't have X anymore?
Yeah.
You see them just trying to separate themselves from all of the insanity of the past 4 years, but you can't run, you can't hide. We're calling you out for it now.
Adam, the bridge. A bridge is leaving X. I mean, apparently, you know.
It's crazy. I mean, whoever's running that is obviously too backed up. A bridge joke? Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying my grandma has better bridges. But I just think it's crazy. I have family members that said, I won't talk to you if you vote for Trump. And I'm like, I should have voted for him a long time ago. You know, that would have been...
Yeah, it would have been great.
Yeah, and who would have thought, like, Don Lemon and Elon Musk can't get along? Like, one guy is a brilliant African-American, and the other is Don Lemon.
Nice.
But I just, you know, Lizzo left X, and now it's no longer overcapacity. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, now she's on XXL. But yeah, to all these people that are like saying they lost faith in humanity, Trump should troll them by sending them a Trump Bible, and maybe they'll feel better.
Yeah. You know, Kat, I love that, like, Don Lemon posted a video, then he posted an open letter. He was desperately trying to make this a big moment, but it's like somebody leaving a packed stadium and saying, hey guys, I'm going. It's like, people are like, well, you're not even playing. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, but we are talking about him.
Because it's fun.
No, yeah, that I'm saying, but that's probably very exciting for him.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know what else he really has going on.
He should start exercising. He got really fat. Did you notice that, Don Lemon?
That's really fat to you?
Well, I just want him to develop.
That you should talk to somebody.
I want him to develop a complex.
Oh, got it.
I think
Emotional warfare.
that
I can understand.
He also tweeted out 3 separate times after he said he was leaving. It's like, wait a second, I'm actually going.
Yeah.
Don't miss me. Okay, now I'm actually going. And it's like, okay, go.
What do you make of AOC?
That's the best.
Yeah.
I do. The fact, I don't think that anybody can even, I think I don't even realize how funny it is, because it's that funny that she just quietly removed the pronouns from the bio. I think that maybe these people are starting to realize that there's this huge difference between trans people and then trans activists, which is such a different thing. The trans people that I know in real life, when I met them, I was never like, hi, my name is Kat, and my pronouns are she, her.
Yeah.
But if I had, I don't know that we would be friends.
Yeah.
Because nobody behaves like that in real life. And that's why when Kamala was doing that thing, at first was like, I'm Kamala, she, her, and I'm wearing a blue jacket or whatever. It's like, what weird corner of the internet you found this in is the only place in which this really exists. And I good on her for acknowledging that. Obviously, it's for political reasons. It was this huge loss, but at least she seems to be acknowledging, like, oh, okay, who is this for?
Yeah.
Actually, who is this for?
They had to get politically humiliated to finally see that none of this stuff lands.
They're scared of they're the activists.
Yeah.
That's what they're scared of. They just take their word for it rather than be like, okay, you want to go out there and meet people?
Yeah. You know, Tyrus, I feel like people like Stephen King have ruined, like, part of being like an author is to have mystique. People, they want to know about you without getting. He just pulled the mask back, and it's like now you can't even read his books without hearing his.
I mean, the plus side is he's scarier as who he is than any one of his, you know, like. If the little clown was outside my house, well, hey, what's going on? At least I know where I stand with you.
Yeah.
Instead of Stephen King in his bathrobe just staring across the yard, you'd be like, holy kids, get in the house. Hide behind the clown. Hide behind the clown. So they're all like, Don Lemon, you forget. No, he's got to have a short memory. He literally went to Elon for a job.
That's right.
They had their interview on X.
Yes.
He was so pro X that he did a job interview on X, and then X said no. So then all of a sudden, they're all falling on their swords, right? It's all virtue signaling because I'm leaving X. And they're what? Hope Truth Social picks them up?
Yeah.
Well, now there's Blue Sky, too.
Who is going to pick? There's no one coming. The MSNBCs and the CNNs are not coming. The last time they did that was Stelter. You see how that's working out?
Yeah.
But the worst thing about this whole thing is because all of them, just like the bridge, they burnt themselves to the point to where no one, they can laugh at bridge jokes. And there's nothing left. This is it. We're leaving X. How many comments were, no, you have to stay.
Yeah.
I look forward to your crying lies every day. Like, there's no one doing that. So it's a great analogy. Sold out arena, one guy's like, hey, I'm leaving. Seriously, I'm out.
Yeah.
It obviously took a toll on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm done. That was.
I love that you were waiting to say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, the problem with bridge jokes, you have to worry about trolls.
All right, I'm gonna go hide in a tunnel.
Class dismissed.
All right. We must move on. Up next, it wasn't a con when Rocky praised Don.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.